Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining Ash here at Absolute Value Tarot. I'm thrilled to be here with you today. So I've been getting some questions from people saying, what are you doing on YouTube? Like, what is this tarot about? And the other day I pulled a card from my Vintage Witch Oracle deck, which I thought summed it up really beautifully, and I'd like to share it with you. So the card says, trust your intuition. The cards reveal deeper truths and guide your path with ancient wisdom. So in our mind, we have our thoughts that we're aware of. Those are our conscious thoughts. And then we also have thoughts that we're not aware of in the moment. And those are our unconscious thoughts. And when you're having a dream and it's vivid and you remember it after, those were your unconscious thoughts. And you were just living through them without controlling them and without necessarily being aware of them. So I thought that was really beautiful. So there is some psychology to tarot. There are also oracle decks like this one. They're not tarot cards per se, but they just tap into little hidden truths that we get to see and that are revealed to us. And when I pull a card, it's tapping into something that I'm experiencing unconsciously and I'm making it conscious. So that's really what I'm doing here. So without further ado, I'd like to grab the Wild Reflections Oracle deck. Beautiful deck, and these are tarot cards. And I'd like to do a reading for the collective today. Thanks for being here, you guys. I like to say a little prayer to Spirit before I pull cards, just to make sure that I'm tapped in to the universe. Dear Spirit, please share the cards with us today that will help us understand what we are going through, what we need to be aware of, and what we have learned from the past. Thank you. So knocking on the deck taps out the ancient energy from past readings. What is our current energy today? We have the Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles is about holding on to resources that we have. It might be money. It might also be something that we're attached to in the material world. And we kind of know that we should let go of it, but we just aren't ready to. So we're holding on to it. It's a positive card in the sense that you're protecting your resources. And it can be a negative card if it's overdone. Holding on too tightly to anything is not a good thing. What is our obstacle that's in the way right now? The Magician. So the Magician is a major arcana, which means it's an archetype of human beings. And what the Magician speaks to is using your skills and all your resources in order to create something brand new. Beautiful card. And so apparently this is getting in the way of you holding on. So in other words, there's something inside of you that really wants to come out, that wants to be created by you. And you're not allowing it because you're holding on too tightly to your present moment. With the Four of Pentacles. So what is the root of this energy? What caused this to happen? We have the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups is a gorgeous card. It's about romance. It's about a romantic proposal. It's also about action and emotion. So it's about taking your emotions and driving forward into the future with them in a very strategic but also dynamic way. So that apparently something around that happened, and that caused you to hold on a little too tight to what you've got going on and what you own, and there's something more powerful that wants to be created. What did we experience in our recent past? The Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is about childhood nostalgia, so it's memories from a long, long time ago, and we're thinking about them, and they're bringing back really nice feelings. So we're really in our feelings right now. And we're remembering good times from the past. And that was something we experienced recently. This is what you're expecting to happen. So what do we think is right around the corner? The Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords, the aces are all about brand new beginnings. And aces are about gifts as well. The Ace of Swords is the element of air, and it's all about thoughts and ideas. So apparently you're expecting to have a breakthrough, a mental breakthrough, in terms of having a brand new idea that's going to help spice up your life. What is actually right around the corner? The Devil. This is the card of temptation. So this is another archetype. It's a major arcana, which means it's a big deal. And it's about what's going on inside of you, deep down. And the Devil card asks you, what is tempting you right now? And are you able to resist the temptation? So let's see, what is Spirit telling us? That how do you see yourself right now? What is your status in your community as far as you're concerned? The Five of Pentacles. So we saw this last week. So the Five of Pentacles is about feeling unhoused or not feeling like you are grounded at home. You don't feel necessarily very safe. You feel like you're running out of money. And so you're seeing yourself as very insecure at the moment. And next up is, how do other people see you? What is your status according to other people around you in your community? The Four of Cups. So people see you as being very introspective at the moment, and you may look kind of bored. You may look a bit apathetic, like you're just not really moving fast right now. You're in your zone. You're just taking time to reflect on what you care about, what you like, maybe what you miss about the past, and what you want to do in the future, but you're not ready to start because you don't really know what that is yet. Four of Cups. And the next is your hope or your fear. What are your hopes and fears? Four of Wands, another four. Fours are numbers of stability, by the way, you guys. So when you see a lot of fours pop up, it means you're in a very stable situation. And whether it's positive or negative, it's going to stay this way. It's going to stay locked in. Four of Wands is a card of celebration. So you're really hoping to be celebrating something in your near future. It can also be a marriage card. So you might be hoping to start a new relationship. And finally, what is the outcome of this reading going to be? We have the Three of Wands. So we just had the Four of Wands is what you're hoping for, but the Three of Wands is what's actually going to be the outcome. The Three of Wands is a card of contemplation and also movement forward now that you've started your journey. So you've just started a journey and you're contemplating what your next moves are. You've made a few moves, but you're still really thinking deeply about the direction, your path, what's in front of you. And you're being very, very deliberate about all of your decisions and what you're actually doing. Wow, you guys. So we have Four of Pentacles. We have Four of Cups. We have Four of Wands. So we have a lot of fours in this reading. Okay. We also have the Six of Cups. We have the, the Five of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. So we have all the elements. Let's see, what do we not have? We have the Three of Wands. A lot of numbers that are kind of in the middle between 1 and 9. Like we're looking at a lot of fours, some fives, 6. And what that means, that suggests that you're kind of in the middle of one of your journeys. Okay, so you're on a journey right now and you're in the middle. And sometimes in the middle, we experience not just boredom, but stagnation. So we just kind of stop moving forward, and it can be very frustrating. And we can wonder, wait, what am I doing? Like, hold, pause. So where are we going with this? And we were looking to the past recently to see, like, what did I enjoy doing in the past? And in the future, you are going to be experiencing some temptations. And I believe that that stems from your boredom. Okay, so you're kind of not moving super fast right now. And I just really want to encourage you guys to think positive thoughts, okay? When you're bored, try to think positively. Try to remember times that you were successful and try to believe that you will be successful on this journey as well. So no major lessons. We do have the Ace of Swords, which is what you were expecting to have happen. Not the most powerful placement in the deck. The most powerful placement in the deck is the Three of Wands. And it's about Alexander the Great. And Alexander the Great inherited a lot of land and resources from his parents. He was absolutely dying to create a legacy for himself. And he didn't just want to live off of his parents. And so he decided, I'm going to make a world of my own, and I'm going to make the world my oyster. And the Three of Wands is when he's not only contemplating, he's past that. He's already started moving. He's already got the ships in the harbor, and he's got them going, and he's starting his business transactions, and he's just looking out. In this card, we're looking at the river. And it's a gentleman looking out the river, sipping on his coffee, and just deciding, what do I want next in my project? What is going to be happening exactly? And he's just taking his time. He's enjoying the stagnation. He's enjoying the lack of movement. And he's just kind of sitting there contemplating, but he's very intentional with his contemplation. He's saying, I am going to make something good happen, and it's going to happen in due time. I'm going to be patient. Patience is a huge element of the Three of Wands. Just be patient. Be patient with yourself, especially. You also have to be patient with other people when you're starting to coordinate and collaborate in a team with people. And so that's what it's all about. So what is your journey about? What is your project? What are you contemplating? Do you feel bored? Do you feel depressed? If you enjoy these readings, you guys, make sure you click that subscribe button so to make sure that you get a reading every week. Every time I post, you'll hear more from me. And if you like the video, please click the like button. It really goes a long way to helping my channel. Thank you so much. So in order to get some advice, I'd really like to tap into our Ascended Masters and see what they have to say to help you through this purgatorial phase of your journey and see what on earth can we do to make this a little more interesting. So these are not tarot cards, these are oracle cards. So they just draw on random experts from the past. They are gurus, so to speak. And with these cards, I really love to look at the guidebook and read what Doreen Virtue, who made this deck, has to say about the guru in question. Ascended Masters, please guide us correctly in our journey. So who's our first expert who's going to help us? I'd like to know about the Four of Pentacles. What's that about? What are you holding on to? We have peace offering. So it sounds to me like you're holding on to a grudge. You have a grudge against someone who may have tried to take something from you, some sort of resource of yours, and you got really upset. But what the white buffalo calf woman is saying is make a peace offering. Okay, so it's time for some peace. And that'll give you more peace of mind than anything else. When you make a peace offering to someone who you're holding a grudge against, it basically cuts the grudge short. It's like offering forgiveness to someone, even if you don't get an apology, even if you don't get an acknowledgement. It's cutting the cord. In fact, this is Archangel Michael, who is the basis of the Ace of Swords card, who's about cutting cords with the past so that we can start fresh and move on. Sometimes there are things that frustrate us that are out of our control. And if something is not in your control, you cannot control the outcome, in which case you shouldn't obsess about it if it's bringing you down. Easier said than done, I know. But peace offering, that sounds pretty good to me. I want to know about the Three of Wands or outcome card. Who could help us with that? We have Pan, fertility. So this is all about creating something brand new. Okay, so Pan was, I believe he's a Greek god, and he's all about fertility. So creating something new, which is what you're kind of in the middle of doing, but you're just on pause at the moment and you're a little bit confused. Tell me about the Magician spirit. What is the Magician card telling us? Flow of prosperity. So you're going to be experiencing a flow of prosperity, and this is Lakshmi, a Hindu goddess. And she's an absolutely gorgeous goddess who encourages us to think positively. It's the law of attraction. So just think of prosperity. Think of how prosperous you are. and you will become prosperous. But you must have faith and keep the faith. So those are beautiful gods. Let's see who's peeking at us on the bottom. Here we have Osiris, okay? And this is the father, husband, brother, son. So there may be a male figure in your life who's having an influence on you, who could have a positive influence on you. Maybe there's a male figure in your life, someone who identifies as male, who could inspire you with this peace offering. Someone who is emotionally intelligent, who could guide you through this process. I'd really like to read to you guys about Lakshmi, because she's an amazing goddess. She's like just incredible. So flow of prosperity. What have we got here? Lakshmi. This card indicates that your prayers about finances have been heard and answered. Tap into your manifestation power. That is what the Magician card is all about. By focusing on abundance instead of worrying about money. You have nothing to fear. A new flow of prosperity is supporting you and your loved ones. Stop worrying about money. Worries only attract money problems. Everything's going to be okay, especially with respect to finances. You have the support to make a desired life change now. Visualize and affirm prosperity. Lakshmi is the Hindu goddess of prosperity who helps us overcome financial fears and tap into the river of abundance that's available to everyone. It's helpful to put a statue or painting of Lakshmi in the financial corner, according to feng shui principles. This is the left rear corner of your home or office as you stand looking inward from the front door. Call upon Lakshmi to help transmute money worries into financial flow. It helps to get spiritual sometimes, you guys, especially when we're feeling out of control or not in the driver's seat with something that is so important to us, and that can cause a lot of stress when things aren't going our way. I would like to share with you a spirit animal deck. And let's see what spirit animal is going to inspire us to get us through this phase of life. Spirit animals, please help us on our journey as we adapt to change and we let go of the past in order to move forward with dynamism and energy. Who's here to help us? A Jaguar, growth. Oh, this is awesome, you guys. So Jaguar is all about growth. Maturity is the ability to embrace change, and change cannot happen without death. This death does not necessarily mean physical death, but could be the ending of a relationship, a situation, or simply your decision to not continue with the same old habits. So there's a strong message in here about letting go of the past in order to move forward into the future. Let's see what other animal can help us today. Snake. This is the year of the snake. It's ending soon in a couple months, you guys. The Chinese year of the snake. So snake is really, really cool. It's all about shedding your skin, shedding the old, and moving on with your fresh skin. I will read this card because it's awesome what it says. Transformation. You will be shedding old skin and emotions and transforming them into something bigger and better. Change is in the wind, and you are at the center of it all as the catalyst. To smoothen the process, make sure that your intentions are clear and that you move forward with hope. That's what I was saying, you guys. Hope is so, so important when we go through a phase of change that's difficult. And especially when we're trying to let go of the past and move on. I've been through so many changes in my life. And some were welcome. I welcomed with open arms. And some were uncomfortable. However, I never in my life regretted a change that I made. Never, ever did I ever regret a change. Change is always for the better. It helps you feel reborn. It helps you feel alive because you become a new person with every change that we make. Letting go of the past is a huge part of that. It can be really sad. Sometimes we're not ready to let go of the past. But deep down inside, our unconscious thoughts know that it's time to let go. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me this week. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I really hope to see you next week. Take care, you guys.